The handbrake on the BMW E90, this one, it needs adjusting. It's gone a bit too far. It's getting about 10 clicks. I usually like it about 4. Like a little bit of movement in it, just to keep the mechanisms all moving. If you have it on 2 clicks, there's just not enough movement within the mechanism and things start to seize up. So 4 clicks is what I'm aiming for. These are a little bit different to most cars. There's no adjuster on the cable. You can't pull the cable up on a nut behind the handbrake. It doesn't have one. So you have to go to the shoe adjusters in the rear hubs and adjust the shoes up nice and close to the drums behind the discs. You have to just adjust those up nice and tight to bring the handbrake down, and that's what we're going to do. So we'll go through that. So on the inside of the car, you've got the handbrake lever, you've got the boot, but there's nothing. I can get this cover up. There you go, pull it from the bottom, give it a little tug. What you've got in here, you can see at the bottom there's a spring with a little adjuster on the end of it. There's a swivel just behind the lever that balances the 2 cables, and all the spring does is just takes the tension up in the cables to stop it rattling about and coming off. You can't actually adjust the handbrake with that. A couple of important things. When we're jacking this up to adjust these rear shoes, you've got to try and jack it on the bottom arm. If you jack it on the body lifts and the distance between the wheel and the suspension increases. So that alters the cable. When we're adjusting it up, it makes a difference to the lengths of the cables, and it can, I've had it where I've jacked it on the body, adjusted it, let it down, and it slightly alters the lengths of the cables and the adjustment. So what we're going to do is jack it on this bottom arm so the wheel stays in situ with the body and the cable lengths all stay the same. Makes it just right. I've only just got to get the wheel off the ground just slightly. The closer to the outside of the arm, the less the car's going to go up. So if we just take that up there, bingo. So now we're off the ground, the wheel is off the deck. It is possible to remove one of the nuts and get a long screwdriver through and adjust the adjusting wheel through this, but you stand a chance of marking your wheel with the screwdriver, and it's quite a depth in there and you can't get a lot of leverage. So for me, I'm going to whip the wheel off. Let's make life easy, I don't want to struggle. Now we have the hub assembly there. Now through the back of this is the adjuster. The brake shoes run on the inner drum here, which is a part of the brake disc. So it's the slightly where it chamfers out, that is where the brake shoes on the inside rub onto this inner drum built into the brake disc. So we're going to adjust up through here. So at the minute, handbrake's on, wheel won't turn. Let's crack that handbrake off. We've chocked the front wheels. The position of these nuts now, if you can see, when there's 2 on the top and they're in line, or you could say it's 5 to 12. If I look through that hole now, I can actually see the adjusting wheel. If I can get you right with the torch and shine it in, there it is. You can see that inside there now. You could. There's the adjusting wheel just there. So what we're going to do is pop a screwdriver through with the blade facing that way, and we're going to get onto that and we're going to work it up and down and just turn that wheel to tighten the shoes up. Driver's side adjusting, we're starting at the top and we're pushing downwards, top down, top down. You can see the arm moving out. and now that's tight and binding. So once it gets to that point, we're just going to back it off. It's becoming loose again. I'll just back off a little bit more, and I'll just try that handbrake and see how many clicks we've got. Okay, so we've adjusted that one up, we've got it really nice and tight, then we backed it off a few clicks, and we'll just spin it and make sure it's loose, which it is. Free as a bird, look, beautiful. Let's get our wheel back on. I'll have a little look at trying to do it through the lug bolt or the wheel nut bolt. We'll give it a look, see what we can see. It's really tight in there. There's the adjuster just there. So catching my wheel with the screwdriver there. I don't want to mark my wheel. I don't want to mark my wheel, look. You get the gist of it. I'm not going to do it, so I don't want to mark my wheel, but I'm going to whip this wheel off and do it right. Oh, so now we can see these adjusters a bit more. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so on this side we're going bottom, pulling up. This is so passenger side. We put the screwdriver in to the bottom of the wheel and pull it up to adjust it up. Now all I've got to do is just keep checking that handbrake, being as this is the last one, the last side, and I want 4 clicks. If I over-adjust this one, it's going to be 2, and I don't want it that tight. So I know we're about there. We're close. We've pulled it up a little bit. So let's just try that handbrake and see how many clicks we've got. 6. 6 clicks. I'm going to go a little bit more. Let's get that just a tad tighter. Okay, so that's just starting to rub. I can just hear it starting to squeak. So I'm going to back that off just a little bit. Let's try it again. Okay. So I could get that up to 5 at a pull, but 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 4 though, it's beautiful. That's just where I want it. Let's put our wheel back on again. Bingo, so handbrake all adjusted up. Great stuff. 4 clicks, biting nice and tight. Another job done. Keep the old girl on the road. Thanks for watching. If you've liked that, please like and subscribe.